everybody. How's everybody doing? Let me just make sure my audio is working. Yeah, my audio is working. Okay, sorry about that. I had some funky new stuff happening with the streaming now. They've changed one of the things on me, so it's a little bit different to what I'm used to. So it looked like I wasn't going to be able to stream on this original link. So that's just YouTube playing around with stuff again. So sorry about that. But yes, I'm here and the link is working and we're all good. So hope everybody's having a great Thursday evening. We're one day away from the weekend, so definitely thumbs up for that. So let me get to the top here and let me say hello to everyone that's tuning in here. We got James Severin is here. Hey man, how are you? Terry Himes, Edwin Crane, Music Therapy Laz, Joe Hervey. Hey Brian S, how are you, buddy? Jack the Rabbit, welcome. It's going down here. Okay, everybody's talking to each other. Spencer Cron is here. Six String Brian is here. Hey guys, how you doing? Bobby Lopez, how are you? Paul Lou, nice to see you. Sean Kennedy, how are you, man? Okay, just catching up. James Severin, I'm here. I figured it out. I'm here. Oh man. Sometimes you just start feeling like an old guy when you can't figure shit out. But anyways. Russ Markard, how are you? Hey, Paul Lou, Tom Harhai, Stephen S. Guitarfish, how's it going? Gary Holt, hey man. Nice to see you. Stephen S. There's Thrash, and it just jumped on me for the first time. Dale Palmer is here. Hank Hill. Paul Lou. Awesome. Hand 36 solo. Dennis Brio. Nice shirt. Thanks. Yeah, I know the guy. Lars Guitars. Ron Limber. Wow, everybody's piling in. Merrill J. Lars Guitars. Jimmy Biter. Fruitcake Tony. Welcome everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday so far. And like I said earlier, we're one day closer to the weekend. So hope everybody's doing well. Wow, we got 35 of you in here already. You guys rock, man. Thank you so much for spending your Thursday evening with me. So guys, I got a little bit played around with the lighting and I played around with the camera. Let me know if it looks a little better now. I've been really struggling with the whole lighting and camera thing, but hopefully it's looking better, and hopefully you guys can all hear me all right. So let me know if it all looks and sounds okay before I get into, because I got a topic tonight that I want to actually thank some people for helping me out with the topic, but I think it's a really interesting one. And sort of, you can tell by the title, like, do I play well enough? So let's get into that in a minute. But looks great, says Paul Lou. Gary Holt's weekend started already. That's awesome. Okay, Guitarded is here. All the cool kids. Visual guy, Jeff Replinger. All right. So let me get into the topic. So as some of you know, I started a second channel, and the second channel looks okay. Thanks, Hank Hill. Looks sharp. Good. That's what I want. I don't want it all washed out. Thanks, Stephen S. Appreciate that, guys. So I have a second channel called Hack Shack, and it's not for everybody, and that's why I started a second channel. I just wanted to have a channel where I could just sort of kick back, relax while I have my cigar and get online and talk to a few folks. Hey, Music Therapy Lass, how are you? Doing well, just way behind on work. So, yeah, go ahead and lurk, buddy. No worries. So, yeah, I could just sit back and relax, have my cigar, and, have a chat with a few people, whoever's around at that time of day. When I go, that's that channel, I'm strictly that's just for live. And it's you know, it's unannounced the times I go on because it all depends on my day, right? Everybody knows I have a stogie a day, so sometimes it's earlier in the afternoon, sometimes it's later. Whoever's out there is out there. It's not a big deal. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, we were having a discussion last time, and hey, BC Rich, he's traveling. Okay, man, safe travels. BC Rich 581. So we started getting on a discussion here about playing, actual playing as opposed to gear, right? Because everybody talks about gear, and we started talking about playing, and the topic came up like, how good should you be, right? How good should you be, right? And should you compare yourself to, you know, the professional players, you know, like the Robert Bakers of the world, for example, right? Like he's a guy who plays for a living, you know, and I mean, and there are a number of other people on YouTube that playing is their profession, you know, Rhett Shull and RJ Ronquillo and so on and so forth. Zach Thong, how are you? Uh, you do play very because we're. Oh, I appreciate that, Joe. Welcome to the channel. It's a new name. Um, so you know, and you know, people compare themselves to these people, right? Like, oh, well, I'll never be as good as so and so, and I'll never be as good as this person and that person. Well, if you think about it logically, right? You know, these are people that, hey, Janice, how are you? These are people that, you know, that's their livelihood. That's how they make their living. And really, if you try to compare yourself to a professional, you're really doing yourself an injustice, you know? Um, because most people in here, all right, most people in the chats, most people in the community, usually, well, they'll fall into like typically one of three categories, right? You'll have folks that are hobbyists, strictly hobbyists. They just like the guitar, they like music, you know, they'll play at home. They don't have any aspirations of even playing out, you know, they just enjoy the instrument for what it is and they love playing at home, and that's perfectly fine. Like there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? You know? And then you've got you know, other folks that, you know, are out there gigging, you know, which I would fall into that category. You know, go out and like I'm playing tomorrow night. I got a show, right? You know, playing bar bands and so on and so forth, right? But and that's, you know, I mean, if you get paid to play, which, you know, I do get paid when I play in the bars, very little, but I still get paid. So, you know, if you want to be, um, you know, very, you know, specific, yes, I guess that's a professional, but I don't consider myself a professional at all. I'm a weekend warrior. I don't make my living at it, is what I'm trying to say. So then you've got other folks that, you know, maybe played a lot out in the past, maybe, you know, were professional at one time, maybe made their living at it, and, you know, but now they no longer do, or whatever. Sean Zimmerman, welcome. Have found that I'm the worst person for holding myself back. You keep saying you suck, and seeing or hearing the bad things you do. I have found record yourself and listen back. You find better. Yeah, yeah. Usually you're going to be your own worst, and your own worst critic, and I am for sure my own worst critic. Right? When I listen to myself, I'm like I cringe. But anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is, okay, let's do something with that comment there. Okay. Um, so you know, when you're playing, regardless of your abilities, when you play, regardless of your abilities, right? For me, it's silly to try to compare yourself with other people that do it for a living. All that's going to do is that's going to make you feel, um, I don't know. make you feel bad about your playing, or you're not uh, good enough, or whatever. It's just going to give you a negative connotation, and it really shouldn't, because if you have a full-time job, which a lot of us do, your profession is, I bet you're probably really good at what you do for a living, because you spend a hell of a lot of time doing it, right? So you're as good at your job, let's say, as maybe, these guys are as good at their job, which is being professional guitar players. So you have to put things into perspective that way, and not beat yourself up so much about, I can't play as well as this person or that person. It's great to have aspirations of being able to play like these people, but it's certainly something that should not make you um, feel negative about your playing or your ability, because it's really not the point. It's really not the point. You're not competing with these guys, you know, to get gigs or to get recording contracts or not, or any of that stuff, right? They're in a completely different line of work. Tom Harhey, nice guns. Do you lift? I do work out a little bit, yeah. Dennis Briot, if you didn't play good, the band would let you know. Also, we work jobs and professional music. Yeah, exactly, Dennis Briot. Right? Like, if you really want to really put things in perspective, and I'm sure everyone here is pretty damn good at what they do for a living. If you really want to put things in perspective, take a professional musician and let's see if they can do what you do for a day, and they'll fail miserably, right? Just think about it in that regard. And and just work at enjoying the instrument, and trying to improve on your own, trying to improve and trying to get better, but not to compete, but just to get better for yourself, right? Set yourself realistic goals, and not, if I can't shred, then I should quit, or I should put it away, or I'm useless, or whatever. Like any negative thing like that. Because at the end of the day, it's really all about the joy of playing. It's all about the joy of playing music. That's what it's all about. If you enjoy it, then be realistic about it, and be realistic about your abilities. Don't try to compare yourself to somebody who doesn't have a job, or doesn't have a job, sorry, that does this for a living, and this is all they dedicate their time to, right? We all have kids, we all have families. A lot of people in here too stopped playing for a number of years because of, raising a family, myself included. I didn't play for almost 12 years, right? You know, and just be realistic about that, and set yourself realistic goals for what you do. So let me get caught up here. I've been rambling for a little bit. Um, okay, let me get caught up. Hey, David Ozab, welcome. Mike Shred, how's it going? Half Ace. Guitarded is here. Welcome, Guitarded. Hey, Mark Taylor, welcome. Chicken Guitars is here. Still getting Abby to bed? No worries. No worries, Kalen. Take your time. Brad Egan is here. Sean Zimmerman, I find that if I just pick up guitar for a couple minutes a day, it will get me down. And when I get warmed up and play hours, I'm like a professional. So I think you just have to realize you do need to warm up. Yeah. I had a rehearsal on Tuesday night, and right out of the gate, the first three songs they called out were songs where I had uh, extended solos, and I mean, I was struggling, right? Because the fingers weren't warmed up yet. You got to kind of warm up a little bit, especially when you're older, like I am, and then the fingers will start to go. But just cold, walk in and hey, man, rip out a couple of leads. Yeah, it was a rough go. Jimmy Biter is here. How are you? I did a live spur of the moment thing the other night. I noodled around and played like crap for 43 minutes, but that wasn't the important part. The important part was that I had Jimmy Biter. You just nailed it on the head, brother. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, hey, Sandra Picorni. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, folks, please like and subscribe. It will be much appreciated. Jay Steen is here. Let me just get caught up. Hey, Mitch Heyman is here. Hey, man, there's Stafford Studio. Joe Babinga, there's a new name. Welcome. Okay, Rick Hefner is here. Just got Rick Hefner. Waleed is here. Got to wake up that muscle memory. Yeah, that's for sure. BC Rich 581. I'll never be as good a guitar player as I am a bass player, but I'm learning and I'm just a bit better every day than I was the day before, and that's all that I need. Improvement in small. Yeah, it's going to be incremental. It is. And I mean, in terms of getting better, like if you want to get a better, and again, going back to it, not because you're trying to compare yourself to somebody, but if you just want to get better, it's generally a good idea to pick it up every day, even if you only pick it up for like 10, 15 minutes. It's better that than not picking it up for a few days and then playing for an hour or two. You don't get as much improvement as you do just picking it up once a day, even if you can only do it for a short amount of time. So that's for sure. um, Rob Galley, welcome. Janice is here. Folks, if you're making comments, please tag me so it's easier for me to see them. So put at Guitar Hack, and then I can see those comments right away. Okay, Rob Galley. I play guitar for a living as a teacher and function player. There you go. So Rob Galley is one of these people I was talking about earlier. Downside is I spend almost all the time helping people improve their playing and rarely get any time to improve my own. Yeah, yeah. Um, I what I find is the time that I have to play. A lot of times it's because I have to learn a song, and I know learning a song sometimes helps you get better because you're learning a song. But if the songs aren't that challenging, then you're not really learning a lot. And then when I want to really woodshed and drill down, it's like, well, that time that allotted that I had to playing now got used up. Trying to learn songs. So, it's the same type of idea, right? You're doing things other than working on yourself. So, yeah, that could be tough. Hey, there's Six String Stanger. How are you, man? Uh, it's cool that I recognize new people. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while, Mike Shred. Hey, there's Upside Down. Yeah, if there's a new name in here, I'll recognize it instantly. Comment goes here at Guitar Hack. Thanks, Upside Down. Okay. Guitar Hack, like Weight Train. It's all about, yeah, it's about consistency. Hey, there's Gussie Well, Rob Galley. I'm probably repeating names, but that's okay. I'd rather repeat names than miss names. Uh, Six String Stanger, hello. And it just jumped on me again. Oh, man. Chat's jumping. Thank you all so much for tuning in, man. Justine, it's hard to get motivated to practice when you can just noodle looping jam tracks or play songs you already know and enjoy playing. Yeah, it's you gotta get out of your comfort zone, man. And try new stuff. It's really when you got that couple of minutes to play, you generally go to the stuff you already know just because you want to play something. But I know exactly what you're saying, man. Uh, yeah, Six String Stanger definitely need to play more. Yeah, it's tough, right? It's tough. You got a job, you got a family, to find that time to play. Teaching kids to play Old Town Road for a living, still a cool job, but not a huge, not a huge challenge. Yeah, I hear you, Rob Galley. Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was Christian Kushmik, welcome. Got a lot of new names here, folks. If you're not sub to the channel, please sub and hit the like button. Much appreciated. Blackjack is here. I'm here, but I'm repairing a chip on a Gibson, so my hands are busy. Okay, well, thanks for being here, Blackjack. Thanks for being here. So, as far as at least I learned the modes. Never thought that would happen. Yeah, exactly. You're progressing very quickly, Six String Brian. Very quickly. The original Paramutant. How are you, man? So, as far as setting goals, like realistic goals, a goal that I had, a goal that I always had was to be proficient enough that I could play songs and play in a band, and I'm there. That being said, um, I am not, there's a lot of material that I can't play, right? Because I'm just not good enough technically to pull off, right? Like, for example, if, there was a Van Halen tribute band that needed a guitar player, like, no, I can't do that, right? So I have to look at, and when I was auditioning for bands, I was looking at, okay, I can get away with this material, and this is, I'll fit the bill, right? So there's that, right? But you know, um, that's really it for me. Now to get, oh, thank you, Joe, Babing, I appreciate that, right? But that being said, I would like to get good enough that I could, maybe play some harder, more technically difficult stuff like Van Halen. Oh, thank you so much, Christian. Thank you so much for the sub. To play Van Halen or to be able to play, um, some Rush stuff, whatever. But yeah, it's a matter of finding the time. Have I ever done a wedding or a cruise ship? Wedding, yes. Cruise ship, no. I've done weddings. I haven't done a cruise ship. I've done a lot of dances. I've done corporate stuff like that. Hey, Jerry W. from Peace from Western Kentucky. Hello, and thanks for popping in, man. Uh, David Ozap says, "Give me a year and I'll get back to you." Yeah, yeah, exactly. So the other part of this whole thing too, um, is I'm gonna sort of flip this on its ear a little bit and talk about the whole gear thing. Um, and I'm just as guilty, if not more guilty. Hey, I'm a hack and I'm okay upside down. Yeah. Um, More guilty than most is that whole thing about, you know, taking time that I really should just be sitting down and playing the guitars that I have. Instead of doing that, spending that time looking at guitars that I want, you know. And then that's when you end up like myself with right now I'm running at 11 guitars. Now, there's no reason why I should have 11 guitars. I should probably only have maybe two or three, right? And that's just an indicator that I'm spending way too much time looking for deals as opposed to playing, right? Um, and when it gets down to brass tacks and you want to get down and play a lot of time, you really got to disconnect, get off the computer, get off the internet unless you're using that, as your learning tool. But spend that time working and playing on the stuff, And I mean, as I say this, I'm awaiting for pickups to be put in this one, you know. And it's bad. It's bad. David Ozap, he never does that. Just need one more, says Paul Lou. Joba Bingham makes a good point. If I bought a Line 6 Helix, I would spend more time sculpting tones than playing, but that's just me. That's not just you, Joe. That's would be me as well, man, for sure. For sure. So so the I mean, the reason why I started this channel, and if anyone has ever taken the time and had a look at sort of my mission statement or whatever you want to call, when I describe the channel, I mean, I call the channel Guitar Hack for a reason, right? Um, I'm describing myself. I'm not a professional. Yeah, I make, a bit of money on the weekends playing a bar. That does not make a professional musician. It doesn't support me. If it supported me, then I would be a professional musician. I'm anything but a professional musician. I'm a hack, and I don't take any negative connotation to that term hack. None whatsoever. I proudly wear the hack shirt. I've got t-shirts that say I'm a hack and I'm okay across the back. Because there's nothing wrong with being a hack. All that means is you're just hacking away at something, and it doesn't matter. In this case, guitars and playing music, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? And the whole point of this channel was, you know, because I used to think like, why, only real musicians should have YouTube channels. And then I thought to myself, you know what, screw that. There's a bunch of people out there that are hacks like myself that are just working away at it, just love it, want to talk about it, and want to share their experience and their journey to becoming better players. And that's why I started the channel. And it's all about us all sharing that experience and supporting each other, and not being, just critical, like, oh man, he sucks, or she can't play, or like, that's, who are you comparing us to, right? Who are you comparing me to? I'm coming out and I'm calling the channel hack, which always makes me laugh when people criticize my playing. Like, did you read the name of the channel? It's hack, you know, because it's not about, again, I'm not a professional. I don't pretend to be a professional. A lot of my videos, if you've seen them, my playing, I'm playing off the top of my head. There's going to be bum notes. There's going to be pitchy bends. Hopefully, they do improve over time, because that's another reason why I record a lot of me um, playing against backing tracks, is I'm listening to see if I'm getting any better, but all of it's there. So it's there, warts and all, right? And another reason why I post a lot of that is I'm hoping to maybe inspire some other people that are hacks like myself in the process of learning to post stuff, and to post them playing, and don't be, well, I'm not a professional, I'm afraid to post. Like, that's not what it's about, right? It's about your journey in trying to be a better player, and putting yourself out there, right? I hope, so far, for the most part, it's been a very positive, welcoming group that we have here, and I think it's, a safe place for you to make mistakes, and I'm the poster boy for that. So, that's sort of the whole reason, for me doing this whole channel to begin with, right? You know. Again, I've been yapping. Let me get to these comments here. J Steen Guitar, I have 4 Dumble style pedals and trying to figure out what one I like best. I do the same with pedals and guitar. Yeah, pedals is another. Um, that's another. What do you call it? Rabbit hole that you can fall into. Shaking guitars, totally agree. I need to quit the live streams and pick up a guitar. Go for it. So do what I do. I generally have one in my hands while I'm watching a live stream. Um, all right, let me get caught up here. Tom Har, hi. My name is Tom, and I am a recovering gas. Yeah, yeah. Everybody in here is probably a gas addict. Yeah, I'm trying to cut down. Bobby Lopez, if it makes you happy, do it. Inspires me to play more when I get new gear, and also playing as I watch this. Cool, man. That's cool. Six string stanger. Thank you. Appreciate that, six string stanger. Okay, just getting caught up here. Person's mindset changes when you go from hack to professional. A lot of players stop enjoying it as much because it becomes their money maker, which brings stress. Yeah, yeah. I years ago, when I was in my 20s, I was gigging. Um, anywhere from one night a week to sometimes 4 nights a week, and it was a job. It became a job. It became a drag, and I did that for about 4 years, and then I'd like, nah, don't want to do that anymore. Haters gonna hate. Oh, that's for sure, Tom Harhigh. Oh, Edwin Crane. No, you rock, Edwin Crane. Oh, dear Lord. Guitar Hacks Unite. That's it. Now that's the next T-shirt. Guitar Hacks Unite. Original Paramount Guitar Hack. You and many other have inspired me to start my own channel. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Beautiful. I want to chronicle my experience enjoying and playing guitar. That's it, man. That is it. You know. Yeah, because this is a great way to sort of document like your progression, right? Record yourself, and then a month later listen to it and see, you can hear the little incremental improvements over time. It's great for that, if nothing else. Tom Harhigh, as long as I'm making forward progress, I'm happy. Yeah, yeah, and it's with guitar too. I notice in my experience too. There's times where you just sort of hit a wall, and usually what that means is if you find yourself always picking it up and always playing the same tired runs, and I do that, or the same tired riffs, and yeah, I do that, and because it's comfortable. It's like you got to make yourself uncomfortable and try to play stuff that's outside that normal run that you or normal runs or normal things that you would normally do. And for me, like right now, like I've been working on triads. Like that's my thing now. I'm trying to play more educated solos, right? So I'm trying to incorporate triads into what I do and try to make what I play musically. At this point, I'm pretty sure I will not ever be a shredder, and I'll never be able to finger tap, and I'll never be able to slide or chicken pick or any of that stuff. So at this point, I'm looking at, I have the the whatever technical ability I have is it. Now I just want to make the most of what I have and try to be a more educated player, if that makes any sense. Dennis Bureau, I bet those losers that criticize don't play in gigging bands. That could very well be. That could very well be. I don't know. Uh, okay, let me. It just jumped on me again. Sorry, guys. It's jumping like crazy tonight, man. Okay. Okay, I read that. I felt that way for a long time, Guitar Hack. Like hitting a wall. Not, I'm a little behind on the chat. Jack the Rabbit, sorry, man. Let me get caught up here. So, Justine, do you like the Les Paul Special? Oh, I love him. I love him. I played a Gibson one and loved it. Think I'm going to order the new Epiphone. I so here I am talking about plays the guitars you have and get good on the guitars you have. Meanwhile, I'm actually jonesing for a TVLO. I swear to God, I am jonesing so bad for a TVLO P90 Les Paul. Like a Les Paul Jr. I'm so jonesing for one. Um, I tell you, man, if the Epiphone ones show up here, because I don't think I want to spend Gibson money on one. But if an Epiphone one shows up here, I'm gonna be in serious trouble. So there I am. There, again, like I'm saying these things with the best intentions, but I'm equally guilty of all the the wanting of the gear and the gas and everything. I'm just as bad or worse than most. Hey, what's up, Doc? How are you? Kubrick lover, 1972. How you doing, man? Welcome, everybody. Tom Harhigh, no, you rock, Tom Harhigh. Russ Marquardt, you wish you were a hack. It ain't that hard, buddy. It ain't that hard, believe me. We're all guitarded. Blackjack Guitar Nut. Yeah, man. We're all guitarded. Okay. All right, and I'm at the bottom of the chat. Hey, Woody, how are you? Oh, what do you ordered the Epi TV Yellow? Dude, Post something when you get it, man. Shane from In the Blues. I don't know if you guys follow Shane, but he just posted a video. He got the real deal though. He got the Gibson TV Yellow, and I saw that video. I'm like, man, that thing sounded so good, so good. Yeah, this guitar is sounding pretty dry here. I'm just going straight into the Marshall Origin head. All my bag of tricks I have in the car because I'm gigging tomorrow. Actually, when this show is over, I'm probably gonna take that amp right there and throw it in the car as well because I've got literally from the time I get home from work to being at the venue, I've got like 3 hour window, so I don't want to be lugging gear to the car. I literally got to get home, have something to eat, have a quick shower, and I'm out the door. So I hate doing Friday night gigs because of that. Yeah. It's 8:40 already. Yeah, man, the hour's flown by. Really flown by. I like Shane. He's been it since the early days. Yeah, Shane's a good dude. I've had Shane. I've been fortunate enough to have Shane on the channel like 2 times or 3 times. I can't remember now. He had that on the yeah, Jack the Rabbit. I didn't see the live stream with him with that guitar, but I caught it afterwards. But yeah, if anyone watches me normally, you know that I am a huge fan of P90s. I did a P90 jam the other day. Speaking of doing improvs, I did like a 10-minute long jam, and I called it the extended P90s or jam or something like that. And if you listen to that, you're gonna hear all my mistakes and flubs and whatever. But more importantly, the tone I was getting from that P90 guitar was just absolutely insane. P90s, I think, dare I say, are probably the best sounding pickups out there. Okay. Thoughts on the SE hollow body? I haven't seen one yet. What's up, Doc? So, what's up, Doc? This is an SE. This is an SE. And I did a full review and demo of this guitar. It's on my playlist if you want to check it out. And in a nutshell, SEs are great. The only thing I'm gonna change on this guitar, the pickups are a little bit lacking. I don't know if you'll have that same issue with the SE hollow body, but that's the only thing I find. The hardware and everything is fine, and the feel of the guitar and all that is fine. I'm good with everything. I'm just the pickups. I'm just a little bit spoiled with tone because I've got Les Pauls and such. So I just find the tone lacking. Actually, like I was saying earlier, I've got pickups coming for this guitar. I'm actually surprised they're not here today. They should hopefully be here by tomorrow. So. All right, let me get caught up here. I have always wanted to buy some P90s. Yeah, 6-string Stanger, man. I think you really need at least one guitar with P90s, and it doesn't matter. Like, SGs with P90s, they sound really good too. Christian says they rock. Yeah, they rock. Yeah, I mean, all the videos that I've done, I have my yeah, let me show it to you real quick. I have a Les Paul with P90s. It's not the gold top one that everyone else got. It's here. Hang on a second. There it is, right there. This thing absolutely rocks. It absolutely rocks. I did a live show with this guitar on Saturday night. Actually, I'm probably going to be doing a live show this Saturday, so it'll be a late night hangout like I did last Saturday. And I'll talk about this Friday's gig and all that stuff. If anybody's around and wants to check it out, they'll tell me what time because I don't know. But it'll be Friday night at some point. I'll be doing a live show. Yeah. Hey, Mark Effects, how are you? Have I tried the Duncan P rails? No, never tried those pickups. Wannabe Guitar God, how are you, man? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Have you ever? Yes. Oh, Dennis Brill, Gibson Nighthawk. I tried. I played them way, way back when they first came out, which would have been, man. When did they come out? They came out in the '90s, right? Early '90s, I think, is when they first came out. Yeah, they were at the time. They were Gibson's answer to a Strat, right? Because they were like, I mean, they were the Les Paul shape and all that, but the pickups and the switching, they were trying to get like kind of a Stratty sounding Les Paul. And back in the day, Nancy Wilson had a signature model Nighthawk. So yeah, I have played them, and I remember they were really good. I haven't seen one or played one in ages. Like I'm going back, what, early '90s? What's that? 30 years now? 20 years? Yeah, long time. Waleed, what would be the ultimate song solo you'd like to play? Well, that's a good question. Um, Anything that Nuno Bettencourt could play, if I could execute that, I'd be satisfied with my ability. Which means never. Yeah, yeah. If I had one person, if you said, okay, I'm going to give you the talents of one guitar player, for me it would be Nuno Bettencourt, hands down. I think wow, he's my favorite. Not saying he's the best, but he's my favorite. The guy's got feel, he's got groove, he's got funk, he's got everything in his playing. He's just a absolute beast. So, so yeah, any solo that he does, pretty much. Early '90s, Dennis. Yeah, yeah, early '90s. LP Classic with P90 is a great guitar if you don't mind the weight. Yeah, here's the funny part. This is weight relieved. Okay, so this is weight relieved. Yeah, this guitar is heavier than my non-weight relieved traditional, which is upstairs in the case because I'm gonna be using that at the gig. Tomorrow night's gig will feature Relic, my latest Les Paul. I'm gonna take that out, and it sounded great at rehearsal. Man, that thing's a monster. So hopefully it'll sound good at the gig. Uh, okay, Joe Babinga. So if you're talking about Nuno's the Washburn, the N4, I think it's called. I'm okay with that guitar, but the new one that he came out with, that Telecaster kind of looking thing, man, I just scratch my head. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It's just, I don't know, man. It must sound great because it's damn ugly. Yeah, not a fan of the new one. Not a fan of the new one. So now's my goal. Yeah, yeah. Well, now's my goal to be able to play some. Remember, I was saying I'm at the. I don't think I can technically get any better. That's all technique, man. That's all technique. Yeah. But I wish one day I could do some Nuno. Nicest guy you ever met. Met him on the Porno Graffiti tour. He killed it. Yeah, Tom Harha. You met Nuno. That's cool, man. Yeah, Nuno's a monster. Hack, I love the red shirt. Yeah, so folks, if you're interested in any Guitar Hack merch to help the channel out, I have links below for Guitar Hack merch. Um, and also, if you don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I have links below there too. I haven't been posting as much as I normally do, but I usually post a fair bit on Instagram. And I have a Guitar Hack Facebook page, and there's a Guitar Hack group. And the Guitar Hack Facebook page, I think we're approaching 400, which is awesome. Guitar Hack group, I think, has a couple hundred people, so there's people posting there all the time. It's all gear stuff. It's all geek stuff. If you're so inclined, uh, check out the Guitar Hack page. Check out the Guitar Hack group, or follow me on Instagram. The Naked Telly, yeah, yeah, Brightness, the Naked Telly. Do you guys name your guitars? I named some of them. Blackie is the one, is my black Les Paul, which, can you see it? It's actually right way back there. That one there. That's Blackie. The latest one I have is Relic, because it's a little beat up. I just call this the P90 Les Paul, so I don't have like, cool names for all of them. And my 2016 standard is Roxanne. So I have names for some, but not all. Uh, there may be some that are P90s. Okay, you guys are talking technical stuff there, visual guy. Hey, Dwight Bailey's here. How are you, man? Oh, thanks for putting in the link for merch. Yeah, yeah, folks. I've got Guitar Hack T-shirts. I've got a few different styles. I've got hoodies and you know cups. All of that sort of helps the channel, and any proceeds that I get from the channel, I reinvest it. Like, if you notice that my view here is a little bit different to my last live streams, that's because I just bought finally I got a good stand for my camera. So now my camera, I can put it nice and high and tilt down so I can pick up the whole room. So, I got this mixer. I just buy stuff to try to put up stuff that looks a little bit better and sounds a little bit better for you folks. So that's I'm not going to Hawaii with it or anything. It wouldn't even get me to the airport. So I just use whatever I get just to reinvest right into the channel. Um, oh, thanks, Brian. Yeah, yeah. All my contact info, Brian's putting it up. My Facebook page. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Hey, Dante, how are you? And there's Ivan Carter. Hey, man. Good evening, all. Good evening, Dante. Hope you're doing well. Okay. All right. Dwight wrote another song. Coffee on my clock. I love your song titles. What was the other one? You got peanut butter on your phone or something? The lighting looks better tonight. So what I did, Brian, is I just basically unscrewed two bulbs from above my head. That's the genius of my lighting. Yeah, I played around a little bit and until I found something that still illuminated the room but didn't wash me out. So now you need some backlit LEDs. Like, yeah, yeah. Well, Brian's on a different level, man. I'm not quite there yet with the production. Yeah. All right. Okay. Um 68 watching, 42 likes. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, folks. Thanks for that, Sandra. Hit the thumbs up. I'm not playing tonight. I would have started play. I would have played. Hey, Carp Dog, how are you? How's the weather? It's actually not that cold today, Carp Dog. I hope you're doing well. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not doing a lot of playing tonight because all my gear is in the car, and the sound's straight through the amp. This is not a high gain amp, so because I was gonna try to set something up, but then I was having all kinds of technical problems. As you guys, if you were here from the beginning, you saw that I started a little bit later today. So, but I'll be playing Saturday night. I'll have all my gear inside, and I'll be playing Saturday night. Kubrick Lover 1972 or anyone else, just curious, if you enter a foreign country with a guitar, can the customs officials take them because of things like the wood of the guitar? Does that sound crazy? No, it doesn't sound crazy at all. There was I don't know if it's still, maybe somebody in the chat would know. There was a restriction on rosewood where you had to have some forms filled out in order for you to bring guitars from country to country. The organization I think it was CITES or something it was pronounced. Apart from that, that's really all I know. It's the but I don't know. I think that went away. Didn't it go away? I think it went away because I don't know. You guys in the chat probably, I don't want to say anything incorrect, but you guys in the chat probably know better than me. Brian S is a lighting hack. Gussie Wells got 3. Wow, man. Oh no, it's David Ozeb. Sorry, you got 3 gigs this week, but wow, man. Where are you playing, David? Let me know, man. Where are you playing? Yeah, gigs are fun. Just not Friday night after working. I bought a set of string lights on Amazon, controlled by the phone. All kinds of color. Oh, cool. So you got the big production going there, visual guy. That's awesome, man. Okay, Brad Egan says the rosewood restriction has been lifted. Yeah, I thought I heard something like that. That they wiped that out. We need an APB on the Hackmobile. CITES has been modified. Okay, guitars are exempt now. There you go. So no issue. Because I know that was a big deal. It was making it difficult for manufacturers to transport, you know, guitars from country to country, and even if you're selling stuff on your own, it was a pain in the ass now to to sell stuff to other countries. So that's cool. Last seen heading for the Ohio border. In a few months, I'll be heading for the Ohio border, but not just yet. Not just yet. So I usually make the speech at some point in the show, and I kind of said it already, but I'll say it again. So, folks, we got a fantastic community here of geeks and guitar nerds and hacks and whatever other term you want to use. It's a great community. It's super supportive. Let's all keep supporting each other. Let's sub each other. Put out content. If you see somebody that we know in the chats, they put out content. Get in there, give them a thumb, make a comment. I'm always on my feed. I'm always trying to participate and practice what I preach with that. So. And it's good, right? It's great, it's great encouragement. I really love all the comments I get on my videos from you guys. It's always very, very cool to read all that stuff. It's super encouraging. Bobby Clipper, hey, welcome. Yes, Rosewood is in again. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, Dale Palmer. Great show. Well, I just had something I wanted to get off my chest. Oh, thank you so much, Chicken Guitars. $3 go in the pot. That's part of my GearFest fund. I'm planning on going to GearFest next year. Not NAMM, but GearFest is where I would like to be next year. So that's much appreciated. David O's have guitars at Tuesday night at the bar that gave us our first gig. Tomorrow night at a birthday party. And Saturday back to the bar we played beginning of January. Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, we have a little bit of a loyalty to the first bar that actually started booking us in advance too. Although now they've changed owners, and then they didn't want bands, and now they're starting to want bands, and we got the call. So yeah, it's you always have a little a little affinity to that first bar owner that said, "All right, you guys can play here." So it's kind of cool. Yeah, Gearfest hype, Brian, for sure, man. Hey, there's Guitar Bazaar. Guitar Bazaar, I haven't gotten the pickups yet, but they're in Canada and they're in my city, so it should be any moment now, any day now. I should be getting those pickups. You got a new amp, Brick? Awesome. Back in the tube amp realm, yeah, man. Well, you know how I feel about tube amps, right? I'm a fossil. For me, it's all about Gibsons and tube amps. So, not that I have other guitars, but this is number one for me. So cool. All right. So yeah. So folks, if you want to support the channel, how many people are in my band? Kubrick Lover. There's 4 of us. We got an offer for a prom from a lady in the crowd Tuesday. That's cool. That's really cool, Dave. When you get people in the crowd that offer you stuff, we're playing. There's this group of people that actually follow us around, if you can believe that, and we're playing a birthday party from one of the people in that group in a few weeks. So that's cool when you get gigs from gigs, so to speak. All right, cool. Okay, we're at 9 o'clock, so I usually keep these to an hour. So, folks, if you want to support the channel, grab yourself a T-shirt, grab yourself a hoodie, grab yourself a mug. Much appreciated. I want to thank you all again. You guys always make my my Thursday's fun. Hoping you guys. Do you have any shirts on your gear site? They're on Teespring. The link is below. Um, yeah, thumbs up for Hack. Thanks, Edwin. Appreciate it. Hack has, yeah. Actually, the band has groupies. I don't get any attention. I don't know. They don't like me. Cause I'm a hack. Building a following bit by bit since April. Yeah, exactly. Well, we've been at it for about 7 years now, so we finally have a following. The red shirts rock. Thanks, Chicken Guitars. All right, guys. So yeah, thumb up the channel if you're new. Please sub. Please like and subscribe. Saturday night, I'm probably gonna go live because if no one's home and I'm all by myself, I'd rather just hang out with you guys and shoot the shit. So I'll probably be doing that on Saturday night. Next Thursday, on the week tonight, from tonight on the Hack Show, I have a very special guest who is in the chat and goes by the name of Six String Stanger. Will be joining me for the show next Thursday, so check that out. That should be a lot of fun. Sure, we'll all be geeking out on a bunch of gear, and Six String Stanger did go to NAMM, and I'm sure he's got a lot of stories and things he can enlighten us with about NAMM and some of the new stuff that's out there. More gas. So everything I just said, ignore it. Just buy stuff and don't practice. I jest. All right, folks. Have a great night, and we will catch you Saturday night. All right. Cheers, everybody. Happy weekend.